Okay, you're here for it. You want the truth on why small businesses fail, and I'm ready to give you the behind the scenes. Before we dive in, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe by hitting the button below, hit the little bell so that you're notified every time I post a new video about success and small business ownership. I'm Staci Millard, and I spent 15 years in public practice accounting. I saw the behind the scenes of small businesses, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, knowing beyond the Instagram and community facade that they all put on, what was working and what wasn't. I knew who was getting paid and how much, and whether they actually had the freedoms that they like to tell people that they had. So here it is. I'm going to share with you the number one reason that I saw small businesses failing. The number one reason that small businesses fail is because they see themselves as a small business. They don't see how they relate to a Fortune 500 company and how some of the business strategies and tactics that those Fortune 500 companies use actually got that company to be successful. They think to themselves, I'm going to pick on hairdressers as an example, but they think of themselves as, I'm a hairdresser and I own a business. But it's not like that. See, when you think with that mentality, you're just thinking to yourself, I'm a hairdresser. But running a small business, beyond creating a job for yourself, requires a new skill set. It requires the skill set of being a CEO. See, these large companies, when they bring management up the ranks, when they create CEOs, there's so many positions and levels. And really, it's just this informal system of learning as that person progresses up the ladder. We don't have that though as small business owners. And I can say I've been there. I spent 8 years owning my own business, growing it from my basement to a team of 10 and an annual revenue over $1 million. And I can tell you, I had to learn the exact same thing. See, I was an accountant and I went into it with an accounting mindset. I thought if I delivered amazing accounting service, that would all that's required to have the success I was dreaming of. But it took so much more than that. It took understanding the different components of business, how they work together, how to prioritize marketing and sales and leadership of my team. I had to learn what to say yes and what to say no to. I had to learn how to hold on to a vision even when it was tough. I also had to learn to look at my own damn numbers. It didn't come naturally for me. I was really good at looking at other people's, but looking at my own and analyzing them and deciding where to go from there didn't come naturally to me. It was a skill that I had to learn over the years. And I will tell you that developing myself into that CEO, that informal learning by books and courses and really just even reflection on what I had done and where I wanted to go is really what led to the success I had. And I can tell you it's the exact same thing for the business owners that I worked with that really saw success in their own business. A good example of this is a friend of mine who was a nurse. She had a health testing company and she did really well. But over the years, she really had to develop herself in a way that she went beyond just nursing. She had to take herself from just focusing on delivering the testing services to understanding contracts and how to human resources and payroll and the numbers behind the business. How does the business make money? What are the revenue? What are the expenses? How much money do you have to bring in every month to break even, or better yet, make a profit? Where do you see your business going 5, 10 years from now? What are the changes that are happening in the industry? Most of this dials down to just having a business plan, not a business plan in a traditional sense. See, we think of business plans as those long-winded documents that we do, strength, weakness, opportunity, threat tests, and we send it off to the bank because they require it and we never look at it again. And that is not what I'm talking about. I am talking about you have a vision, you have a plan of how you're going to get there, and you have an ability to course correct along the way. That CEO mindset, that learning, I'm going to learn what I need to in order to run this business, is it. And when we don't see that learning mindset and we don't see that sort of desire to become this CEO, what I most often see is people complaining. They complain about the government not supporting them. They complain about customers maybe not shopping local, and they're missing the bigger picture that a business is there to serve a need. And if you don't have customers, it's your responsibility to look at things and find out how you serve the need. Is there a need? Maybe you have to pivot a little bit. It's not the community's job to support you. So what I'm trying to tell you is that victim mentality, or I'm just a hairdresser, or I'm just a massage therapist, or I'm a doctor, I just want to serve people. We're missing that mindset of like, I am a business owner. What do I need to do to run this business? And part of it is even just detaching from the identity. I hear so often small business owners say like, my business is my baby. I used to say it for a long, long time, but when you're so caught up of being in the middle of the business, it is very hard to have the outside perspective that you need. That is why when you think of CEOs, you think of somebody in a suit, walking down maybe a busy downtown street, but you also think of them in this ivory tower. They are not on the floor day to day, talking to every customer, dealing with every problem. They have to have this high level view of the business to be able to see how things are going. So if I could give you any advice as a business owner, it is to be able to start learning the different areas of your business, learn different components, and know enough that maybe you don't want to do it all, but you know enough to hire somebody that can help you. If you like this video, I would love to hear about how you received this information, if any of it changed your mindset, or how you learn to be able to adopt that CEO mindset. And of course, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so that next time I release a video, you will be the first to know about it when it comes to success and entrepreneurship.